Zhao Lusi was boycotted by the entire network. This time, she really went too far. The recently popular film and television drama The Hidden God has been heatedly discussed by netizens, and many viewers are paying close attention to the controversial characters in the drama. Some viewers appreciated the charm of the lead actor, some preferred the supporting characters, and some questioned the plot. However, some people believe that the role she performed was deviated from her own image, and even criticized her appearance, calling her the fairy with the lowest appearance among many actresses. As for this, what do you think? What do you think of Zhao Lusi's role in this drama? Do you think her performance fits the character? Do you feel her look is appropriate for the role? The data on this is amazing. Just like the dismal situation that Eternal Zhu Chen encountered when it was broadcast, although the general audience maintains a long-term love for TV series, they still have extremely high expectations for the storyline and the skills of the performers. Eternal Zhu Chen has a strong cast and novel themes, but its content is bland and lacks innovation and profound connotation, making it unable to impress people. Looking at The Hidden God again, it has not been able to escape this predicament even after it was launched. The same problem arises again. Although the play is another work involving love, it does not show enough charm and freshness. The storyline still lacks new ideas, and the repeated use of overly old plots makes the audience lose patience. In the play, the male protagonist always puts the world first and does not hesitate to sacrifice the interests of the female protagonist, which brings people a sense of helplessness and frustration. In addition, the misunderstanding between the hero and heroine has never been resolved. Although the two love each other in their hearts, they are always unable to be honest with each other in reality. What is even more regrettable is that the supporting actress took on the role of White Moonlight this time and successfully replaced the original heroine in the heart of the hero. In Xianxia dramas, most of the supporting characters are inexperienced and kind-hearted at first, but in the later stages without exception, they turn evil and have unfortunate fates. Does this setting seem familiar? However, the supporting characters in this drama give people a special feeling from beginning to end, as if they are dark characters destined to experience a tragic fate from birth. Next, let's talk about the special effects and filter effects of the show. These technical means are indeed exquisite, and each situation presents an immersive feeling, which fully demonstrates the careful investment of the production team. It is worth mentioning that although it makes the picture more vivid, its excessive gorgeousness may deviate from reality to some extent. The quality of the show's special effects needs to be improved, and the value may only be 5 cents, but we expect improvements. It may be due to the filter processing that the audience feels eerie, and combined with some pale, green or gray scenes in the plot, it will have a certain impact on the viewing experience. After watching the movie, I felt that the biggest shortcoming of the show was not the plot itself, but the styling and makeup of the actors. Perhaps due to budget constraints, each of the main creators presented themselves like ordinary people, which had nothing in common with the character settings. The male protagonist, who is supposed to be an elegant son from an elite family, is instead portrayed as a street youth. This kind of costume design is really puzzling. Is it intended to show his uniqueness? It's really hard to imagine the production team's motivation for choosing this design. While we can't be sure that their decision was wrong, it did distract the audience's attention and prevent the exploration of other important elements. The show's male protagonist's look sparked widespread discussion. The heroine's makeup is too thick and her clothes are too bright, which is very inconsistent with the overall atmosphere of the series. If this is regarded as an ancient puppet show, this kind of costume may be quite satisfactory, but if it is a historical drama, it will appear out of place and give people a sense of discomfort. However, I must admit that the shortcomings of the show do not come from the shortcomings of the actors' performances, but from the mistakes in the selection of the production team. When selecting actors and designing costumes, they did not fully consider the characteristics of the characters and the atmosphere of the series. If they can be more nuanced and study the characters and storylines in depth, I believe they can make smarter decisions. Taken together, the problems of Brilliant Star are mainly piled up on the road of service. This uneven quality seriously affects the audience's viewing experience, and it also restricts the actor's interpretation space. If the producers are willing to put more effort into costume matching and makeup design, I firmly believe that the show will be more successful. In the recently popular Xianxia drama, the male protagonist's appearance and acting skills are pleasing to the eye. He has a handsome face, with the masculinity of a young man but also with maturity and stability. However, in terms of its own temperament and characterization, the Xiangxue element slightly conflicts with it, which may affect the audience's level of investment. In comparison, his performance in the modern idol drama is even more bright. As for Wang Anyu, some viewers reported that his acting skills in this fairy tale still need to be improved. His performance was superficial and artificial, especially in conveying inner emotions, which was a bit flamboyant and flashy, giving people an unnatural feeling. However, judging from his performance in other modern idol dramas, his ability to grasp and express the emotions of his characters is relatively good and can resonate with the audience. Although wearing ancient costumes can make people feel out of place, Zhao Lusi's appearance in the drama is quite controversial. Some viewers believe that his facial features need to be refined, and his styling fails to highlight his strengths. However, according to the plot that has been aired so far, Zhao Lusi's performance is quite stable and there are few embarrassing scenes, so her appearance is still acceptable in the drama. Every appearance brings new surprises to the audience. Zhao Lusi can be called a good-looking representative among contemporary young actors. However, as an actor, relying solely on appearance is not a long-term solution, and his acting skills are often limited. Although she has many excellent works, Zhao Lusi's performance still has shortcomings, especially in her pronunciation and acting performance, which has caused heated discussions. In recent works, she bravely challenged herself and tried to use original lines, but the effect was not satisfactory, which made her performance more stiff and difficult to gain recognition. However, those so-called clip sounds did not help to understand the characters in the play as expected, but instead seemed to cater to the audience's preferences. Cheng Yi, portrayed by Zhao Lusi, was deeply loved for her energetic and cute image when she first appeared in the show. However, this kind of deliberate tricking cannot be sustained for a long time, and the interpretation of the clip sound is too artificial, which makes people feel more and more uncomfortable the more they listen to it. In addition, some line expressions such as "go inside" are a little confusing and even confusing. Is this what is commonly known as clip sound? I'm really confused. Is it a fairy tale drama or a local drama? At first I thought it was a fairy tale drama, but as I watched it I felt more and more something was wrong. The scenes, costumes, mantras and even emotional concepts are all rural characteristics, which really gives a sense of contradiction. Is it really a harmonious coexistence between immortals and locals? This sense of fragmentation is indeed confusing. In addition, Zhao Lusi's clip sound is really hard to accept. In Secretly Can't Hide, she fully displays this characteristic. However, in this play, her censorship is even more serious. In terms of acting, sometimes it is too exaggerated and sometimes it is too plain, unable to truly depict the inner world of the characters. As an experienced actor, her acting style has long maintained three characteristics: pouting, widening her eyes and yelling. She leaves a lasting impression on the audience with every performance. However, when playing an emotionally depressed or innocent character, her facial expressions may sometimes be too frequent or excessive, and may even make the audience feel a little funny. Zhao Lusi, who played the lead role in a fairy tale for the first time, showed excellent acting skills, but this still failed to shake her image in the sweet pet drama. In Cloud Feather, although its characters have grown and changed, overall they have not been able to break the inherent sweet label. On the contrary, the role played by Yu Shuxin in the play is multifaceted and natural, clear and sweet but also cold and deep, bringing a deeper feeling to the audience. Although the two outstanding contemporary young actresses have their own merits, Yu Shuxin seems to be slightly better in role interpretation, showing a mature and diverse style and more room for development and possibilities. In recent years, some actresses in film and television dramas have often been criticized for being only good at playing silly and sweet characters but unable to handle diverse roles, causing audience fatigue. For example, two new generation female actors, Yu Shuxin and Zhao Lusi, have both faced speculation about their acting skills, but they have different ways of coping. Yu Shuxin was highly praised for her role as Kei Minmin in the TV series The Next Stop is Happiness, which launched her acting career, while Zhao Lusi won enthusiastic response for her role as Cheng Yi in the rumored Cheng Yi, and subsequently satisfaction with his works has declined. In fact, Yu Shuxin is not limited to the role of Silly White Sweet. Her role as First Gift in the TV series Moonlight Variations vividly demonstrated her unique personality and charm. In comparison, although Zhao Lusi successfully established the role of Cheng Yi with her outstanding performance in the rumored Cheng Yi, her subsequent work still seemed too monotonous, leaving the audience with a sense of aesthetic fatigue. Therefore, Yu shoots and surpasses Zhao Lusi in terms of strength and development potential, and his future performance is even more eye-catching. As an actor, Zhao Lusi needs to actively explore various roles and continue to hone her acting skills in order to unleash greater artistic charm. Why do some viewers think Cheng Yi's appearance fluctuates, or even ugly? As an outstanding Chinese actor, Cheng Yi has attracted much attention and love from the audience in recent years. However, his appearance often causes controversy. Some viewers think that his appearance fluctuates, and even describe him as ugly. So, why is there such an evaluation? First of all, the diversity of aesthetic concepts is a major reason for this phenomenon. Everyone has a different definition of beauty. Some people prefer traditional standard beauty, such as three-dimensional facial features, clear eyebrows, etc., while others pay more attention to personality and temperament, and are more willing to pursue unique beauty. Cheng Yi's appearance is right between these two aesthetic concepts. Some people think that his facial features are not three-dimensional and correct enough, so the first impression may not be good. However, some people think that his facial contours have a unique charm that gives people a magnetic feeling. Therefore, given the diversity of aesthetic concepts, it is not surprising that Cheng Yi's appearance has been controversial. Secondly, the entertainment industry has increasingly strict requirements on the appearance of actors. With the development of the times, the entertainment industry pays more and more attention to the appearance and image of actors, especially male actors. Some viewers may compare Cheng Yi with other actors with outstanding appearance, thus creating the impression that Cheng Yi's appearance is not good enough. However, it is obviously unfair to judge an actor's acting talent based solely on his appearance. Cheng Yi has created deeply rooted characters in many works with his outstanding acting skills, and has been recognized by the audience and industry insiders. This is what he really deserves to be praised for. Finally, Cheng Yi's appearance controversy is also related to the media's hype. In the entertainment industry, evaluation of celebrities' appearance often becomes a topic. Sometimes, the media will intentionally amplify or exaggerate a celebrity's appearance issues to attract public attention. This kind of hype often causes controversy among fans and audiences, leading to differences in the evaluation of the actor's appearance. As an actor who has attracted much attention, Cheng Yi is inevitably subject to this kind of hype. However, we should look at these evaluations rationally and realize that the value of actors is not just about their appearance, but also their talent and work. In short, Cheng Yi's appearance fluctuates and is even described as ugly, mainly because of the diversity of aesthetic concepts, the entertainment industry's requirements for appearance and the media's hype. As an audience, we should evaluate an actor from a more comprehensive perspective, not only focusing on their appearance, but also appreciating their talent and dedication. With his outstanding acting skills, talent and hard work, Cheng Yi has become an outstanding actor that cannot be ignored. This is the most important thing.